Hello again, this is Bernie, Supernova on the forum, and I've decided that I'm going to do something which a lot of people have asked me to do, and that is to actually show you how to change the battery in one of these Syma helicopters, the 107. Before I do that, I'll just show you a few of the tools that I use to make things a little bit easier. Piece of soldering iron, piece of solder, flux, and one of these. Now this is a good little tool because if you get a lump of solder or something like that which is you need to remove, all you do is push that down inside like that, get it close to the piece of solder you want to remove, press that and it sucks the solder out quite easily, and just push it out, and the little pin there that comes out at the end pushes the solder out. It's like a little vacuum. Excellent little tool. And also the other thing I use is one of these. It's a magnifier, 24 times magnifier. You can get these in, I don't really know where to get them from, I can't remember where I got it. But it's what the jewellers use to look at diamonds and things, the sort of stuff that I cannot afford. But the wife seems to have a few. But also it's this thing here. It's a magnifying glass. It sits on the table. You can adjust the legs like that. So you've got an angle, and you can work quite closely with it as well, and that gives you a clue to my age. And also a collection of wires. Now you can pick these up from quite a few different places. They're a little bit bigger than what you'd normally use on one of the helicopters, but different colours help. And as you can see, the wire is just a little bit thicker than these, but it's much easier to solder. And I can't remember where I got that from either, but there you go. Right, to change the battery, all you do is remove these two little screws like we've done before, take the canopy off, and the battery is normally stuck in there. We just pull it out, just like that. And it's a bit of a mess, this wiring, because I've had this one off quite a few times. But there's the wire. Now, I wouldn't be tempted to remove them from the circuit board here because it's very small soldering joints, and they'd be very difficult to get into. So I would, if the battery is definitely no good at all, I would cut them off about here. Just cut the wires individually, don't cut them together with a pair of steel scissors, because they could short the battery out and you could end up getting, I don't know, blowing the house up or something like that. But just snip each wire in turn, and when you've done that, just shave back a little bit of the wire with a pair of scissors, or a small blade of some kind, a Stanley knife or something. I'll be very careful just to shave back just a little tiny bit of wire, and once you've done that, then you're ready to solder. Now I'm not actually going to do the soldering, but if you get your soldering iron, you normally get a little sponge like this, make sure it's wet. Switch your soldering iron on. This one's a 30 watt. Is it? Yeah, that's a 30 watt soldering iron. I wouldn't use anything more than about 15 watt, but I seem to be able to get away with this one. You just wipe off the excess, dip it in your flux, and do what they call tinning. Well, tinning is when you get your piece of wire that you want to solder, just hold it like that, get your wire, here's one on one of the little lights, and just put some solder on there and just touch it, and then eventually, because it's such a thin wire, if you just touch it like that, the solder will take to the flux. Okay, and then let's put that aside for a minute. When you've done that on the wires that you've cut here and on the new battery, you probably want to leave about that much wire on the battery, no more, because it gets in the way. And then hold the two wires together, touch it with the soldering iron, and then it should join together quite easily. And if you see there, I've joined these two little wires because I replaced the motor on this one some time ago. And you can see I've done exactly that. I've left quite a bit on the circuit board. This is the motor out of another helicopter, and I just soldered the two together. Now you see that one piece of tape, but what I do is put a piece of tape over one wire and then over the other wire, put the two together, and then put another piece of tape over both to hold them together, and then they're insulated from each other and everything else. That's really the best way to do it. There's no plugs or anything, but if you can get some plugs from a small store, you know, you can join the things on there, but that makes soldering a little bit more difficult if you've never done it before. But really, that's all there is to it. And that's your battery replaced. Stick it back in the little holder on the front there. It doesn't have to be spot on, you know, just sort of stick it back where it came from. There's your little light on the front. Put the light in there and screw it back on place. And that's simply how you do it. I can't really say any more about it, but I will try and do some soldering videos later on, and I'll show you how to do that on smaller wires, which will be another time. Okay, thanks for watching.